Well, hello. We're going to be playing a Dark Souls Remastered playthrough, but we're not going to be doing it the normal way. Essentially, we're going to use a lot of cheese tactics to get through the game. Um, expect overleveling. This is not going to be any skillful playthrough. It's just going to be sort of my tips and tricks of how to get through the game. Minimal effort, if that matters to some people. I usually play like this when I want to make builds. I have plenty of builds. I've deleted plenty of builds. And I have probably a few hundred hours in this game. I've beat it legit multiple times, so I don't want to hear anyone saying, "Oh, he's easy moding" or some shit. I just do this because I like making new builds and stuff like that, and it's kind of annoying to test builds, especially when your weapon that you're trying to test is like an in-game boss item. So, yeah. We're just gonna hop into this. We're gonna have to make a new character because I have too many, as you can see. This is the last character I left off on. I was making a Velka build. I was thinking that was gonna be kind of cool. I still need to continue on it. I haven't done much. As you can see, it's already overleveled. I have plenty of really high level characters. My favorite builds, I actually have two of the same one. I think I need to get some boss weapons off this one, that's why I haven't deleted it. It's my Pyromancer, this is my Crystal Sage, or Crystal Mage, if you will. This one is actually a really fun build. I have using, like, the dark blue sorceries, so, like, the greater sorceries, with Ricard's Rapier and a Parrying Dagger. That's actually a really fun build, just to kind of go through, parry everything to death, and just do the 40 hit combo with Ricard's Rapier. It's a really fun build. I recommend you try it. I don't have any really good fashion for it because there's nothing that really says musketeer, I guess would be the way to put it. But fun build nonetheless. This is my roleplay build. Artorias is my favorite character through these games, so that's kind of why he's here. This is my Dark Sorcerer. I think this might be my highest level character to date. I use all my Dark Sorceries. This is like what I used if I'm like trying to help people, like I'm playing through like my friends or whatever, and they're on like New Game Plus like 6 or 5, 6, 7, whatever. Because you just kind of need like Dark Bead to get through some of those like late game bosses like that, because they just have way too much health. I have, like I said, I have another character who's this exact same one, but I have it rebuilt because I had it restructured on purpose. This is just a paladin build where I use all the electric faith spells like Sunlight Blade, Sunlight Spear, specifically those two. I wanted to use the Sunlight incantations, which I find to be bullshit. You can't get more Sunlight Spears each playthrough, but that's neither here nor there. And now we're back at the bottom. This is a Dark Wraith build I was doing for fun. It's okay. But we're probably gonna reset this one. I'm not that invested into this build. I don't think I've gotten anything overly great on it, so we're just gonna start here. We're gonna go to sex. I don't think it really matters. I'm not really even thinking about what build I'm doing. I suppose I'll do male and do a thief class. If I can get my master key for free. And my gifts. We will go for the black fire bombs. And my physique, I keep it normal. It really fucks up the thing. Sometimes going big head is actually really good. Just for those of you wondering, top heavy just gives you a bigger head, and it actually kind of fits on a lot of the armors. It makes your head a bit more pronounced. It works a lot of the time. And you know what? I'll just make a big head build, just for the fun of it. Face, I use like the Traveler a lot. What do we got? We can go with the ponytail. Color. I'll go with the red. That's cool. I'll probably do some like dex build, but I'll over level enough so I could use pretty much any weapon if I wanted, so it doesn't really matter anyways. And screw it, I'll just reuse the same name I had before. Why not? Yato. Anyways, I'll be a dex fag and use katanas and shit. Yeah. I don't know why I had to read that.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed.
Everyone's seen this, so I'm just gonna skip it.
By
Like, I don't need to have you guys watching an intro that you're probably gonna watch by yourselves anyways, or you've already seen 100 times. Skip that as well. So, our boy Oscar up there with the plants has given us the dungeon cell key. We open the door. And there's these dudes over here. We don't exactly have a great weapon. Get wrecked. That dude has a sack on his head. Anyways. Get wrecked. I'm only killing these dudes because I need the souls early as possible. Get wrecked. Wow. Light the bonfire. I'm not even going to rest at it because I don't need to. And here we go. You get to see the asylum demon from here. Look at him. Look at him up there. Fun fact, he's actually floating. He's like not even on the building. He's actually flying up there if you're just wondering. And then boom, there he is. And we're going to run over. We're going to smack him. One good time. See, we do 2 damage. It tells us to get the fuck out. We're not supposed to be here. Anyways. Just run through that door. Light this bonfire. We'll come back for you later. I like to max out all my bonfires. This feels really weird because I've been playing a lot of Dark Souls 3, so to come back to this is a bit slower paced. I enjoy it though. I love this game. I'm gonna... Don't expect some epic level hot swapping because I'm not good at it. And then backstab. We'll be doing that a lot this playthrough. By the way, if you're wanting a really good backstab weapon, the starting bandit knife is actually really good because if you look here, it has a critical 147. That is one of, I think that might be the 2nd or 3rd highest crit damage in the game. So it's actually really good, surprisingly, if you're just wondering. So it's really good for backstabs and riposte, stuff like that. So there's the door we just went in, and there's our bonfire down there. So you see kind of like this wall, a little damage, something's wrong with it. If you look up there, you can see the ball. So we're gonna trigger the ball, get out the way, and the wall has been broken. Now, you can listen to this guy talk if you want, I don't care. Sorry, Oscar. You should have been better. Anyways. And now we have our Estus. Now, the reason why most people pick firebombs from the beginning is so that way, when you kill the demon, you actually throw the firebombs before you even get your weapons. So, when I smacked him earlier with the broken straight sword, you can actually use these bombs that you get, and it does enough damage to kill him, and you can get his the weapon he uses as a drop. It's actually really cool that he does that, and if you do that and you come back to Oscar, he'll give you the key that you need to actually leave the asylum. Anyways, back to humble beginnings. So if you pick a sorcerer or a pyromancer or cleric, your talisman, your casting item will be right here. As I'm not playing those, I do not have a casting item. Epic. Hello. And then we blocked him, or we actually parried him, and he did. Sucked us up. Oh, we got a shield. Cool. I'll explain drop rates later, after we do this next part, because we're going to... Then we fall on him, attack while we're falling. It does about half his health, regardless of what starting class you do. I have not played this game in a while. My roll timing is probably going to be a little off. And we win. Goodbye, Time Demon. But yeah, that hammer he uses, you get that as a weapon instead of the big pilgrim key, which you need to open the door. Because Oscar, who's over there, will give it to you instead. So if you want to do a strength build early game and you want to use a great hammer, which I've actually never done a hammer build. I hear they're really good for the stagger, but I've never used one, so I wouldn't know. Now, that should be everything here. We'll have to come back for everything else later. It's much later. If we come back, we can come back even earlier if we wanted to, but I don't feel like dealing with that. If you come over here, what will end up being here next time you come, there'll be a little bird nest, and that'll be Snuggly, and that'll be your trader, and they'll trade you a bunch of items. And it's kind of the trades are a bit weird in the sense that anything can pretty much be traded. But you have to know what the trades are, because it's kind of, the game doesn't tell you.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
I love that cutscene. I always play it. So, we're going to do some early game shit. If you want to talk to the characters around here, you can. This guy's kind of an asshole, but there's a reason for that in the lore. If you want to be interested, go check it out. We have humanities, which will be very important, because we will have infinite of those later. Go back here, get our soul clusters. I believe we need around 4,000-ish souls. So, yeah, we need that. Go back here.
Hello.
Yes, come on.
Hello. But yeah, no.
Thank you.
Oh, very well. That is a shiz.
That's not what I want to do. It just popped up. I'm trying to.
Very.
Yes.
Now only.
Anyways, now you can learn his gestures if you join his covenant. You can also learn all of his spells, well, his miracles actually, so they're faith-based.
Come
Anyways,
again. Be it.
and this covenant, the Way of the White, essentially just makes it so you don't get invaded as much, which you will not be having to worry about at all during this playthrough, because you will be so over-leveled that you will not be connected to anyone. Now, I want to explain what this is over here. So, the statue is obviously a statue of a woman and a baby with this chest. So, if you have an important item that you're supposed to have, for example, a key, and it somehow got lost, like it got fucked up when you're supposed to be picking it, it'll spawn here. So you can't be hard locked out of the game because you didn't get a drop item that you need to proceed. So that's what this is for. You will almost never have to use this unless you are doing some crazy glitched runs. And even then, you're probably doing some of the really hard skips, which I don't plan on doing any skips this playthrough, purely for the fact that I don't think skipping is fun. Well, not that it's fun, what the hell am I talking about? It's that some of them are going to be actually really difficult to pull off. And the reason why they're so difficult is because you have to access the death camera. Now, the death camera only appears when you die, and it basically locks your character in this view from where you died. So you're not meant to move all that much while you're in it. But because of the power of glitches, you can actually obtain that camera. Ow. And yeah, it's just kind of a thing that you can do. In certain I can't talk. A few of the skips, I'm not gonna get the binoculars if you're wondering. It's just not worth getting over there and getting trapped behind all the skeletons. There we go. Getting all our early game items. We won't need them at all, but we have them just for having them. Now we can run up here. We're getting all of the early game stuff because we need it. Right now we're not making any progress, but that's because we can't make any progress just yet. So, hang with me while we go through all this. I don't know why your frames drop right there. Like, I don't think you're meant to get up there. That's why it kind of bugs out a little, if you're just wondering. So yeah. We're just going to continue on this way. Hello. And you're dead. I am so bad right now. There we go. Me from like a few months ago would be cringing right now. By the way, I probably should have mentioned watch over that firebomb guy. You don't actually have to get that item. There's a ring on the other side of the bridge. We're just actually just gonna ignore these guys. Well, we would have if I didn't fuck that up. You're wrecked. Anyways. There's a ring of sacrifice right below us. We can get that later. We're not really worried about it right now. I don't plan on dying, and even if I did, it's not going to be that big of a deal. There we go. Get another soul. Now, I am going to activate the dragon. For those of you who don't know what I mean, because maybe this is your first playthrough, which I don't know why you're watching a glitch run on your first playthrough. But hey, you know, to each their own, I guess. I feel like I don't know the parry timing anymore. Jesus Christ. Anyways. So, you're meant to see that guy hanging over here, but if you jump down here, it screws him up because he's supposed to come back and sneak around. But we don't let him do that because he's cringe, and we don't like cringe. And then we're gonna run over here, pick up all these items. We need all the soul clusters because we need them. That's why. It also gives us free kills, which we're gonna need for our soul duping process. Hit that guy off. Hit that guy off. I got stunned somehow. That's cool. Okay, that move actually right there, fun fact, that is actually cheating. That is the game actually cheating you right there. Because that attack will hit you so many times, it will break your poise. For those of you who don't know what poise is, think of it like hyper armor. And essentially hyper armor is your ability to get hit and not get staggered. If you're wearing very light armor, you have very little poise. Something just died somewhere, and I got free souls from it. Weird. Anyways, we're gonna go through this fog door. Get this soul cluster over here. There we go. Hey, buddy. So that's the Hellkite Dragon. I don't want to get hit by that. Yeah. Oh, so this actually is an interesting time to mention this. That right there, that is a Grave Lord sign, which allows you to summon as a servant of Nito, or Grave Lord servant. So you're a servant of Nito, which essentially just means that you get to be a boss in your world, and people come in to invade you. It also causes the enemies in your world to be harder, so you actually want to kill them because they're assholes. Ow. You have a lot of health. Ow. Now, as I'm not the veteran I used to be, I'm not going to invade. Also, I don't want to lose my souls right now, because we need them. However, it is fun if you like invading. It's a very fun covenant to mess around with. It's clearly up to you. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. There we go. So these guys are going to be a pain in the ass. But if you learn how to kick, which you do by using a light attack, which is your right bumper, which is this, and you move forward at the same time, so you flick it forward, you see a character jolting, and you do that. That's a kick, and that's really how you break guards when people are blocking. Also, you can do the same thing with your heavy, so your heavy is that, and then you do the dash, like the flick forward, and then jump attack. Hello, guy behind the bookshelf. Okay. Oh, got his axe. Cool. So, now we're gonna run over here. Hello.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
You heard him, guys. Everything's for sale. So, he has a bunch of stuff he sells. The dried finger, the orange soapstone, the residence key. These two other items you can get later. You don't need them to buy them here now. Then he says all this. It's a bunch of useless shit. Unless you want to buy the bow for the dragon cheese, which I will cover that later. I don't feel like doing like that at all. But what we're really here for is his wooden arrows. We're gonna buy a max stack, so you need just under 3,000 souls to buy this. So I have a little bit extra. Anyways, so now we have that.
Thank you, kind.
Now, what we're going to do is very important. So, the way I previously kind of had mentioned that you can get dropped items is if you go to your status, you will see all the way on the far right, toggle, no, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted either. Can you not do it in this game? Okay, you can. So right here, item discovery. So 100 is base. So you basically, this is your base percentage for drop rate. It does not increase this by any more unless you... I'm trying to remember. I don't think there's any stats that you can raise to actually raise this. But what you do, ignore my French, if you have 10 humanities active, which if you come over here, this is humanities. We currently have 0 because we're not human. We've not used any of our humanities either. There's other stuff that you can get to boost your item discovery, such as rings, clothes, stuff like that. But right now, we're just based. We don't have anything really to get this. So, what we're going to do is to boost our item discovery, we're going to do a very simple glitch. So, we're going to need to drop all of those. We'll pick them up in just a minute. We're going to change the order of our stuff. We're going to make it the second item in our inventory slot. Go here. I'm going to go to drop, so we cancel that. Go to our brightness. Now we're going to select brightness. But while we do it, we're also going to press R1, which will change the page. We have to press it both at the same time. And I fucked it up. And I fucked it up. And I fucked it up. There we go. And now if you see, the text is going to be a little fuzzled, and if you also see back behind, there's also this kind of like silhouette of the previous menu that's there. So what you're going to do is press down on D-pad, so you're going to go to OK, select it, you're going to go to quit game, and you're going to select OK. I fucked it up. So inventory. Oh, and our item's gone. Great. So all our humanities just dropped. That's cool. Whatever. We'll get more later. Change order. That's mildly annoying because I did not expect that to happen. Oh, okay, so that's why. You're supposed to go all the way down, not just immediately go to quit. That's why I screwed it. My bad. Like I said, I haven't done this in a while. So if you see at the top left, we have 99 by our name. Now, to boost your discovery, the max that you can have for humanity for it to matter to your item discovery, which if you see over here now, it is 210 where it was 100. So it's even doubled our drop rates, which is great. It's actually more than doubled our drop rates. But the most humanities you need for that to change is 10. 10 humanities is the cap that you need to get the max item discovery for your character to passively have it without having armor and rings. Now if you have 30 humanity, what that'll boost is your curse resistance, which is sort of useful in certain areas. You don't want to get cursed. Essentially what that'll do is instantly kill you and it'll cut your health into half, and the only way to fix it is to get a purging stone, which you have to go buy or farm for, which depending on where you're at in the game you will not be able to get by farming. So this is not good, but you really don't have to worry about it. I've maybe been cursed in this game like a whole 4 times out of my like couple thousand hours playing the game, so yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Maybe for newer players it might be. So as we see, we have this. Now we have 99 humanities, which is more than you'll ever really need. We can reverse our hollowing. We're not going to do that just yet. But the reason why we're not going to do that is because I don't want to be invaded real quick. So what we want to do with our souls is we're going to change order. We're going to have that there. We're going to have that there. And okay, so that's it. So we're going to drop 1 because we don't need that. We're going to drop all of those. So we have 1 of each because you can't. It doesn't work with multiples. So, by the way, if you're wondering why you go here to drop, you need to set the number to 999, so that way it'll register that when you flick through. Otherwise, you won't get that high of a number. It can only go up to like 99 otherwise. So you want this so we can get as high as possible. And so now you have that. You're gonna do the thing, and I keep messing it up because I'm garbage. And we're gonna go down to OK. Go all the way down to Quick Game. Press down D-pad and OK. For those who are veterans, you probably know about this. As you just saw, we got a stupid amount of souls. This also works with higher quality souls. The strongest being, I think, Hero and or Great Hero. So that is cool. That is in the game. Right, there we go. We got more souls. I'll pick these back up. Since I have this one right here, I'm gonna change order real quick. Okay, so sometimes this will happen and it's kind of annoying. Certain items like this will just decide to be annoying and fuck with your inventory. It's a really annoying glitch when it happens. Don't worry about it. It'll fix itself over time. So right now we're just gonna level up while we can. So we're gonna boost first. I don't plan on doing any really magic in this playthrough. There's nothing really I would want to do. But we're gonna boost our vitality. Vitality is very important for just the basic desire of having health. I think the hard cap is 50. Yeah, the hard cap is 50. So we're gonna go there. We're gonna go 40 endurance so that way we can get the max amount of stamina. And we're babies right now because we do not have that many souls. We would have more, but I have to fight with my inventory. Anyways, we'll come back to that later. We have plenty of health. Screw these kids. We don't need them. We're just gonna run over here. Now we're gonna go back to the merchant and we're going to kill him because he's an asshole. And by asshole, I mean we don't like him. We're gonna kick him so he stands up. He won't attack us because we haven't done any damage yet. So, ow. Ow. Okay.
You've gone mad, have you?
Okay.
I'll teach you, you lousy rat. Yulia! Yulia!
So this is made a little bit easier. Okay, I'm garbage.
Why me, little Yulia?
So we got everything that was important from him. And he'll also drop, as his item he drops, is the Uchi Katana. Now, this is important because this is a really good early game weapon. I don't think I'm going to have the stats to wield it. Yeah, that's not what I want to do. I need 14 strength of all things. I could probably two-handed then. Can I? Nope. I'm a weak bitch. I can't handle anything. So we'll come back to that when we have more souls. And by more souls, I mean we can level up. Because right now we're already over leveled for pretty much half the game. But the reason you want to level your health is just so, you know, you have it. When people talk about like cheesing in these type of games or whatever, really the only thing that's even really cheesy is kind of leveling your health, because it just increases how much damage you take. As you saw, we're taking nothing now because we just have so much health that it doesn't really even matter. And climbing ladders takes forever in this game because there is no fast climb. Those guys are there because they're weird. They followed me. So we have throwing knives. We get on the roof. Now what you want to do is, if we're getting every item in this game, which I don't feel like getting every item in the game, but I just want to show this just for those of you who want to know how to get it, because you probably saw it from earlier. Now you can come over here and you get a crossbow. cool little early game thing that you can get. It's not very useful, but you know, it's there. Now that we have all that settled, come on, come up here. Now, we have our 99 humanity. We don't actually need, per se, our, Ushikatana just yet, because we might be getting something else that's far more potent in a minute. There's no reason to come back here and kill him. I just did it because it was fun. There we go. Black fire bombs. We have more now. More than we needed, but now we have them nonetheless. So these guys are gay. You just want to run past him so you can get this guy because he took fire bombs, which is cringe. Jump that. There we go. Watch your step up here if you're still getting used to the game. You can actually farm these guys for fire bombs if that matters to you. If that's something you want to do. Get that. So if you see there's an item down there, we want to get that item, but not by the normal means. Well, actually no, we are getting it by normal means, but how we have to get it is not so great. There you go, Residence Key, which by the way, you need that for a character later on, especially for those of you who want to be sorcerers. It's very important. Get the legendary gold resin. Ow. Okay. So, this guy, he is our first real threat. This is a Black Knight. This is a actually really high level enemy. So what you want to do is slow walk, so that way you can get behind him. And I fucked it up. And I am messing up my rolls. So what we want to do here is parry him to death, because we want to get the riposte. They're actually really easy to parry because of their attacks in this game are really slow. I say that as I whiffed. 157. Again, we're using the bandit dagger, so we're getting better criticals than we normally would. I might just be able to kill him with R1 spam here. Yeah, I can. Okay, cool. Titanite chunk. We did not get lucky. That is a shame. So what I wanted to get was the sword from him. This is interesting. I got a really bad luck run this time. That's fine though. For those of you who want to know what the blue tearstone ring does, not that it matters, it just increases your defense when you're low HP, which means, I believe, critical, which critical is below 30% or either at 30% or below it. So that really doesn't matter to us, doesn't like affect us in any real way. I meant to roll through that, but I just didn't. If you want, if you don't know, if you're not good at rolling through it, because you might panic, the reason this is all even broken in the side right here is so that way you can fall off. But you can run back and just let the barrel like roll up the side and break, and he'll run down and chase you, and then you can kill him then, or you can just roll through the barrel, or you can drop off that side right there with the ledges. We'll come back. We're not going to do that just yet. It's this floor, yeah, right here. So this barrel right here. That is a crystal lizard. They are really hard to see, but they actually do have little eyes. I can actually see it, sort of. It's very tiny, but it's there. Like, they do actually have eyes, believe it or not. Like I said, they're very hard to see, but they're there. That's not a really good angle. But yeah, they do have little eyes. They're very tiny eyes. Just for those of you wondering. So what you're meant to do is run down this bridge, which we do not want to do that, because that is cringe. And the reason why it's cringe is because of these guys up here. They don't like you. They hate you. They want you to die. Ow. Why do I have my dagger out? There we go. There we go. And by the way, right down there, messages, that's where we got the gold pine resin. And that tower is where we killed with the archer. Over there, that wooden bit, that's where the bombers are. And even past that, you see that little wooden bridge on the side where that middle panel is down right there. That's where that bonfire is. The reason I'm pointing that out, for those of you wondering, is because of how interconnected this world is. It is extremely fascinating when you realize just how everything is intertwined. It's one of the reasons why I love this game so much. I know it doesn't sound that fascinating on paper. Ow. Come towards, demon. So, the whole reason we're leading him over here is so we can do that. You have to be careful, though. And I rolled too early. I can't see anything other than his abs. Ow. There we go. We weren't lucky this time, but he can actually drop his weapon. For those of you wondering, it's called the Demon Great Axe. It's fairly good. It's a strength-based weapon, of course, but it's pretty good nonetheless. We're just gonna run over here. Break that, so we get the soul cluster. Now we're gonna meet the star of the game. Everyone knows who this is. Even if you never played the game, you know who this is. Look at him in all his glory. Solaire.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? No need to hide.
Now we're gonna keep talking to him.
Oh, I have a problem. The way I see it in a land,
We're gonna ignore dialogue.
this pleases me greatly.
Just answer him yes both times, so we get that. Jolly cooperation indeed, buddy. Jolly cooperation indeed. So, remember that dragon from earlier? Well, he's still here. We have to deal with him. So what we're going to do is we're going to run inside. Right about here. We're going to turn back around. There he is. He's going to fly through. And he's going to burn everything. Mostly everything. There's going to be some guys at the end who aren't going to be affected. And he's just going to sit right there. Because he's on the other side of the bridge. We don't have to worry about it. But, yeah, right here is the other side of the Berg. That staircase right down there led to the merchant. That bridge right over there led to the other side of the Berg. And then if you can actually kind of see it past that pillar from here, you can actually see Firelink. It's very lowly rendered, but it is there. It is there. That's what's important. Anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to run over here. We're going to kick this down. And now we're back at the bonfire from earlier. Like I said, one of the things I love about this game is how interconnected the world is, and so it's just great to play. And this is where I'm going to call the first video. So yeah, see you guys in part 2.